I heard Mike Teeney's great story about it earlier on in the newscast. We are having some issues with the heat, certainly. If you're going to be outside, working outside, and I really admire people who work outside in this type of weather, but there are some concerns for you if this is what you're doing. You have to work outside, and these are some of the symptoms that you need to look out for in terms of heat exhaustion or out-and-out heat stroke. Now, of course, heat stroke is a medical emergency, and you need to call 911, have first responders attend to you, because at that point you're a little bit too far, unfortunately, and you need to have medical response instead of just plain old, just stay in the cool temperatures and drink some cool water. That's not going to work. At that point, you definitely need to call an ambulance. I-64 at mile marker 124 looking pretty good out there tonight. Certainly the traffic is flowing smoothly. It's still pretty warm though. 75 in Beckley. The relative humidity is somewhat higher or somewhat than it was earlier this afternoon, but somewhat lower than it was a couple of days ago at 76% at this time. Barometer's at 3018, still pretty high because high pressure is parked over top of us. The winds are calm. A sunrise time tomorrow morning is at about 5 minutes after 6. Around the rest of the region, it's 83 still in Roanoke on the other side of the state line, 85 in Raleigh, 84 in Charlotte. So if you're traveling to the south out of West Virginia into Virginia, North Carolina, it's still a pretty warm go. 88 in Louisville, 82 in Nashville, 83 in Indianapolis, 77 still, even at this hour, in Cleveland. The Doppler radar shows there have been some strong thunderstorms in western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee. This is something that we talked about earlier on in the newscast. The possibility was there for some strong to severe thunderstorms. It's all rotating around our high pressure center. And underneath that, you've seen some of these thunderstorms been able to break through the cap provided by the high itself. And so we have seen some thunderstorms really have some get up and go. And that's a possibility for the next couple of days too. And the futurecast shows that we'll see some of those isolated showers and storms pop up over again western Virginia, western North Carolina, back into western South Carolina. And some of them again could be on the strong side. And that could possibly be the case over West Virginia too, especially the southern portion of the state at first, and then the northern portion as we go from our Wednesday into our Thursday. And we're going to see much better chances for rain later on in the forecast by the time we end off the traditional work week. This was the today severe outlook. We didn't get any severe thunderstorms, of course, over West Virginia, but as we showed you a second ago, there were some further off to the south. Highs tomorrow continue to be the big story. We start in the lower to middle 70s. We start in the lower to middle 70s, maybe some upper 60s. We top out in the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. There will be some lower 90s around as well. Down to the southern coal fields we go. Bluefield, you can't quite get to 90 either, not tomorrow according to the GFS model. But Pineville and Welch both will, and we will see temperatures at or above 90 degrees with heat index values at or above a century mark once again. 7-day forecast. High temperatures are going to drop back a bit because the cloud cover goes up, and so does the chance for showers and storms. So it still feels fairly oppressive, a very summer-like feel to the weather throughout the extended forecast, despite the cooling temperatures. Highs are in the mid to upper 80s and then dropping to the lower to middle 80s later on. Those are going to be in the middle to upper 60s on a consistent basis. That's your weather. More news and sports comes up in just a couple of minutes.